Hello, students. How are you? I hope you all are doing well and everything is going marvelous. Now, welcome again on a wonderful session of Kinematics of Vedantu. Vedantu. You know that Vedantu? Yes, such kar denge sapne. Okay? So here I welcome you another wonderful session of that Kinematics. I am your master teacher Shadab. I am taking this webinar from here in Bangalore. And again, you all are welcome. And a little bit introduction of mine. I have a total 13 years of intensive full teaching experience, full-time teaching experience. And you know that I am a mechanical engineering graduated. I taught and mentored more than 20,000 students and I have more than 13 years of total teaching experience. And I also produced more than 1,000 good JEE ranks in advance and also produced so many ranks in NEET and AIMS and medical. Okay. So चलते हैं, start करते हैं, देखते हैं क्या क्या चीजें हम लोग सीखेंगे. So today we will start some very good tricks, very good tips and tricks in kinematics. If you remember those tricks and tricks, then you can solve the kinematics questions in minutes or you can say in seconds even sometimes. Okay, so you have to concentrate on the session. So session के साथ बने रहिए, देखते रहिए क्या क्या चीजें आपको आज नई सीखने को मिल रही हैं. Okay, so let's start without wasting the time. Now here you can say I am just going to tell you what are the equations of the kinematics and how we apply. So first of all, I would like to tell you about the basic kinematics equation. Okay, so let's see what are the basic kinematics equation. Let me tell you. 1 minute. There is a technical problem. Something. I hope. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Let me correct it. Sorry for it. Now you can see. Okay, so first of all, I just want to tell you some equation of the kinematics, and the basic equations is V is equal to dx by dt. आपने बहुत अच्छे से हो सकता है पढ़ी हो. And the second one is acceleration is equal to differentiation of velocity with respect to time. That is dv upon dt. Okay. And one more equation इसका भी यूज है बट बहुत ज्यादा ध्यान आप नहीं देते हो. That is A is equal to V dv divided by dx or ds. Okay. So dx by dt you can say slope of xt graph. dv by dt you can say slope of vt graph. And dv by dx you can say slope of vx graph. These are the basic equations of kinematics. Okay. And these equations are applicable whether acceleration is constant, variable, or any type of acceleration. But if acceleration is equal to 0, then you have a very simple equation that is equal to S is equal to ut. है ना. ये इक्वेशन बहुत ही आसान है, बहुत ही आसानी से आप इसको सॉल्व कर सकते हो. और ये बचपन वाली इक्वेशन कहलाती है क्योंकि आप बचपन से पढ़ते आ रहे हो S is equal to ut या चाल बराबर दूरी बटे समय. Okay, so I hope this was your first formula of your life. S is equal to ut is V is equal to distance upon time. Okay, so चलो आगे चलते हैं. And now the another condition, अगर इसमें एक ऐसा हो कि आपका acceleration जो दिया है that acceleration is constant. अगर acceleration constant है then these equation can be simplified. इन्हीं का आसान फॉर्म हो जाता है, easy फॉर्म हो जाता है. And these easy form you can say V is equal to U plus AT, where V is velocity, U is initial velocity, T is time, is obviously acceleration, and S is equal to UT plus half a T square. And my dear students, you have to remember this s is equal to ut plus half at square. S is the displacement, not the distance. इस बात को बहुत अच्छे से ध्यान रखना, कंफ्यूजन होता है, आप कई बार गलती करोगे लेकिन गिरते पड़ते फिर सीख जाओगे. S is displacement, not the distance. ओके, आगे मैं इसका एग्जांपल भी लूंगा जिससे आप दोनों को डिफरेंशिएट करें, और अगर आप गलत समझोगे तो इससे क्या नुकसान हो सकते हैं. गॉट इट? नाउ लेट्स सी अनदर वन. Another is you can say v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Okay. Now v is the final velocity, u is the initial velocity, 2as. So you know that a is what? Acceleration. S is again displacement. I'm telling you that A is displacement, you have to remember. And one more equation, my dear student, that you have to remember. बहुत confuse होती है लेकिन आता है use इसका. That is U plus half A and 2t minus 1. Why we use it and what is for specifically? This is the displacement. This is also the displacement, but this is the displacement for 0 to t second. Means when the particle starts moving. And up to t second, means 0 to 5 seconds, 0 to 6 seconds, 0 to 8 seconds, whatever the case, the displacement is given by s is equal to ut plus half at square. Got it? Now, what is v square plus u square? You know that st is the displacement in any specific particular given second. Suppose we have to find the displacement in 1 second, or you have to find the displacement in 2 seconds, 3rd second, 4th second, 2nd second, 5th second, 10th second, 9th second, 11th second, whatever the case. If you have to find the displacement of the particle, displacement not the distance, point to be noted again. If you have to find the displacement given in particular second, 1 second, then we'll use st is equal to u plus half at ut minus 1, and here you can say s is equal to ut plus half at square. So these are the equations of motion when acceleration is constant. You can apply these equations only and only when acceleration is constant. कई बार कोई क्वेश्चन ऐसे मिलेंगे आपको किनेमैटिक्स में जहां एक्सीलरेशन वेरिएबल होगा और आप इसको लगाओगे तो गलत हो जाएगा और वो गलत आंसर भी ऑप्शन में होगा. तो इससे आपको बचना है, ध्यान रखना है. These equations are applicable only and only when acceleration is constant. These equations can apply anywhere, whatever the case, acceleration constant, variable, or any other case. You can apply these equations. The s is equal to ut, and these equations are actually the simple form of this equation. Got it? Now, what we can do if the motion is under gravity? If the motion is under gravity, suppose we throw a ball in vertically upward direction like this. If we throw a ball in vertically upward direction like this with velocity u, then the ball will goes up and then again will down. And you know that the acceleration, which is gravity, that is opposite to the direction of gravity, and you can say minus g. So here you can use v is equal to u minus gt. Right? Why negative? Because gravity opposing the velocity. Here u is positive. We have to take a sign convention. Upward direction is positive, and we have to take a sign convention that negative. Opposite direction or the downward direction negative. So g is downward, so we can say v is equal to u minus gt, or s is equal to ut. But if there is a height, because of motion under gravity, it should be height. So we put here h is equal to ut minus of half of gt square. That's fine. And again you can say v square is equal to u square minus 2a. So you can say 2gh. Got it? Nice. Very good. चलो, और दूसरा वाला ht वो सेम होता है, बट ये 3 इक्वेशंस आपको मोस्टली यूज करनी है, और इनसे देखो कैसे आप यूज करके कौन कौन सी चीजें आसानी से निकाल सकते हो. सपोज द टाइम टेकन टू मूव अप, is known as time of descent. Oh, sorry, time of ascent. So here you can say the time of ascent is time to reach the maximum height. Again, to reach the ground again, that is the time of descent. So from upward to downward again, this is known as the total time of flight, and you can say capital T. What my point? Now, if you throw a ball, and you have to remember this, if you throw a ball in particular upward direction, at the highest point, its velocity will be 0, v is equal to 0. And now, my dear student, what you can say? Now you can say that velocity is 0 at highest point. So the equation is v is equal to u plus at. So v is equal to 0. What about u? You can say this is u minus this is g and time of ascent. So from here you can say time of ascent that you remember is u by g. Okay guys? चलो एक आपको ये आसानी से याद रखना है. If you throw a ball in vertically upward direction, then you have to remember the time taken to reach the maximum height, or when its velocity will be 0 is equal to u by g. है ना? बहुत साथ देगा. As a formula याद रखो और काम आएगा. चलो. Now, what is the maximum height? Suppose if ball goes up to this height, so this is, you can say, h max. So how we can find the h max? You have to apply the formula v square is equal to u square plus 2as. So at topmost point, when the height maximum covered, topmost point velocity is 0. And now again you can say is u, so you can say u square minus, and this is 2, a is g, and h is here you can say dear h max. Now here you can say what is h max. So h max is equal to u square divided by 2g. So another equation that you have to remember, and that you will remember, definitely you will remember because you all are smart people, that h max u square by 2g. Okay. Now, what is the time of descent? Means time taken from that topmost point to downward. And that time is, yes, you can apply the formula S is equal to ut plus half at square. Now see, now we have to find time of descent. So initial velocity is here, and here the velocity is 0, and up to the ground the total displacement is h max. So on place of S we would like to place h max. Now u, now u, what is u? Initially 0. Positive because it's moving downward, velocity is downward, acceleration is downward. They are positive because they support each other. Now you can say 1 by 2a, and here time of descent is equal to square. And here you can say time of descent that you have to find, h max that you already know, u square divided by 2g is equal to half g, time of descent is square, 2 will be cancel out. Now you will have td is equal to u by g square under root, so it would be u by g. So again, bachalo, what do you get? Yes, the time of descent is this. So how can say you time of flight? So time of flight is ta plus td, that is u by g plus u by g, and it will be 2u by g. So these 4 things you have to remember anyhow. The time taken to reach the maximum height, then again time taken to from maximum height to the ground, got it? Then the time of flight from here to again here, 2u by g, and maximum height u square by g. And my dear students, all these formula applicable only when air resistance negligible. Okay, when you assume that air resistance is 0. Air resistance is 0. If air resistance is 0, then you can apply it. Okay, now very nice. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं बच्चों. अब अगर एयर रेजिस्टेंस नहीं नेग्लिजिबल है, एयर रेजिस्टेंस इज ऑल्सो देयर, मीन्स वी कैन से ए. व्हाट इज ए? ए इज, व्हाट इज ए? ए इज acceleration due to air resistance. Acceleration due to air resistance. So now see here, suppose here is a ground. Okay, listen very carefully, guys. Suppose a ball is projected in vertically upward direction, right? And that vertically upward direction velocity is u. Now you can say g is in downward direction. And if this ball goes upward, अगर ये ball ऊपर जाएगी बच्चों, तो क्या होगा? If the ball goes upward, then air resistance will act downward because it is a resistance, and resistance always opposes the motion or always opposes the direction of velocity. So velocity is in upward direction, so air resistance is also in downward direction, right? So you can see here g and a both are in downward direction. So net acceleration in downward direction, you can combine these two, and now you can say in downward direction it would be g plus a. Now it goes up, and velocity will be 0. Now we have to find time of ascent. So which formula we have to apply? Yeah, कौन सा formula apply करेंगे? Very easy. We have to apply the formula v is equal to u plus at, because we know that at the final final velocity is 0. So we will put v is equal to u plus at. Now, my dear student, you can say v is equal to 0. And what about u? Initial velocity minus what about acceleration, that is g minus a, and this is the time of ascent. So here you can say that time of ascent is equal to u divided by g minus a. U divided by g minus a. And if it is u divided by g minus a, then here you can say, yeah, this is the formula. Okay, now if you have to find time of descent, so before that we have to find the maximum height. So what formula we should apply? Maximum height. For maximum height we can apply v square is equal to u square plus 2as. We can apply this formula, and finally at maximum height velocity is 0, so you can say velocity 0 is equal to, what about u square? U square is, initially you throw the ball with velocity u, so it would be u square minus here 2 acceleration is g minus a, and what about s? S is h max. So what do you say here? h max is equal to u square divided by 2g. U square divided by 2g. So you can take this u square divided by 2g. Okay, 1 minute. थोड़ा सा ऐसे करा. See here. Oh, sorry, my mistake. V square u square 2g, and here I have to put g minus a, because you can see acceleration is g minus a, na? Okay. Now what we have to find? Again we have to find time of descent. So what time of descent? What a time, the time taken to reach from maximum height to again to the ground, because the ball will return. When the ball will return, its velocity is downward. Velocity is downward, so acceleration due to air resistance is upward. But gravity is, that it is downward. So now the downward acceleration is, this is g plus a, because we are talking about this, na? G plus a. So time of ascent is g plus a, and here should also be g plus a, and here should also be g plus a. Remember that. Okay, it's a mistake. Now you can say, because when moving upward, so this is g plus a, but moving downward, so it is g downward, a upward. So we have to subtract. When we subtract it, then what we have? We will have g minus a. Okay, guys. Now g minus a अगर हमको मिला, क्यों g minus a मिला? Now the ball is coming downward. Air resistance is upward, G is downward. G and air resistance are in opposite direction. That's why it is G minus A. But when ball is going upward, G and A both are in downward direction. That's why we put G plus A here. Now, how can we find time of descent? See, you have to apply the formula. Which formula you have to apply? Yes, you have to apply formula. S is equal to ut plus half at square. This is the basic formula that you already know, my dear friends. Now S is H max. You know that H max is S. What about U? U is 0 because when it starts its journey from here, initial velocity is 0, it starts from rest. 1 by 2, what about A? A, my dear students, is now G minus A into time of descent square. Okay. Now put the value of H max. H max, you know that it is U square divided by 2. Okay. G plus A. Okay. G plus A is equal to, you can say, 1 by 2. 1 by 2 G minus A. Okay. Into time of descent square. So here you can say 2 and 2 will be cancelled out. Now what you'll get from this equation? See, you will get time of descent is equal to U square. So it would be U because root. And here you G minus A, G plus A. So you have G minus A, G plus A plus B, A minus B. Then it should be G square minus A square. G square minus A square. Okay. So now you'll get time of descent. See here, time of ascent and time of descent both are different. But in previous case, when air resistance is ignored or no air resistance is there, then time of ascent and time of descent both are same. Okay. Now what is the total time of flight? So total time of flight is also very easy. You can say T is equal to TA and plus, yes, TA plus TD. A means ascent, D means descent, and here you have ascent and here you have descent. And this is the H maximum. So these three formula also you have to remember, and you have to also remember that A is here air resistance and time of ascent. Which one is less? Which one is less? Can you say? Can you tell me? Obviously, time of ascent is less than time of descent. Okay. You can see denominator is greater here, denominator is less here. So denominator greater, then total value would be less. Okay guys, chalo, I hope you completely understood this particular concept, yani GA maximum minimum. Now let's apply the concept. Now let's apply this concept. How can we apply this on question? So here I am going to solve a question for you guys. So please do concentrate here. Please do concentrate and just see how we solve it. See, particle moving along a straight line with a constant acceleration, at that constant acceleration is negative, meaning opposite to the direction of velocity, passes through a point A on line with velocities. Suppose we have to choose a point A and then we have to choose a direction also. The point is A and this direction is positive and this direction is obviously negative. So here you can say velocity. This is positive. That's why I showed this direction. I took it in that direction. And this is 8 meter per second. Fine. Okay. Now in opposite, because acceleration is given as minus, so acceleration is equal to 4. Now compare this with that motion, the gravity. When you put a ball upward, gravity is downward. Then from here, from starting, it velocity would be 0. And when its velocity would be 0, the time is t is equal to u by g, as I told you. But here what is u? What is u? Yes, 8. And what is, and no air resistance type anything. And what is g? G is a, that is 4. And now you can say this is 2. Now you can say this is 2. So t is equal to 2 seconds, its velocity is 0. And what is the distance? Distance can act like h max. H max is u square by 2g, as you know. So what is u? 8. So square means 8 into 8 divided by 2g. That means 2. What about the g? G, you can say acceleration. Acceleration is 4. 4 2s are 8 and 4 2s are 8. So here you have 8. Okay. Now if you have 8 here, so 8 meter here, then again it will back. Okay. Again it will back like this. Okay. Okay. It will back. Then again at this point its velocity will be opposite direction, or magnitude will be 8 meter per second, but direction would be opposite at the same. So 8 is this and 8 is this. Time is again 2 seconds. Again from here time is 2 seconds. So total time is 4. And what do you have to find? You have to find the distance traveled, not displacement. And that distance you have to find in what time? 5 seconds. So 4 seconds is there. Now 1 more second. So for 1 more second you can apply this formula. You can apply S is equal to ut plus half a t square. So S that you have to find. What about u? U is, you can say 8. So 8 into time 1 minus, no, because both are in same direction. So you should put plus 1 by 2, acceleration 4, and it is 1. And if it is 1, so 1 square is 1. Okay. So 2. So 8 plus 8 and plus 2, what you can say? 10. So it would move 10 meter more from here. Okay. Yahan se. So what is the distance? Distance is 8 plus 8 plus 10. How much? 26. So just check the options. Yes, we have 26. So here is the option and the correct answer. So I hope you can apply the formula very easily here. Okay. चलो आगे चलते हैं, देखते हैं what is the next question. So here it is, the next question for you guys. There is, yes, yeah, for a particle moving in a straight line, the displacement of the particle is particle at time t. Okay, this is the displacement, this is the time t. Velocity of the particle when acceleration is 0. You have to find the velocity. When you have to find the velocity? When acceleration is 0. So first we have to find how much the acceleration and when it will be 0. So for that you have to take that displacement like S is equal to t cube minus 6t square plus of 3t plus of 7. So ds by dt, this is obviously the velocity, that is 3t square minus 12t. This is velocity. Then dv by dt, further differentiation again. So this is acceleration actually. Acceleration, what is this? 6t minus of 12. So it would be 0. So 6t minus 12 is equal to 0. So t is equal to 2 seconds. So actually at t is equal to 2 second bacha. Actually at t is equal to 2 second bacha. Velocity, acceleration is 0. And what we have to find? We have to find at t is equal to 2 acceleration. Okay. So velocity, you have to find velocity. So just put velocity. So velocity is what? Velocity is 3t square minus of 12t. So we will put here 3 and t is equal to 2. Square is 4 minus 12 into 2. So here 12 minus 24. So velocity would be minus 12 meter per second. That is the required answer. क्या ये ऑप्शन में है? Obviously होना चाहिए. Let's check the option. So here you can say it's minus 12 meter per second. So this is your option, 12 meter per second, minus 12 meter. So its velocity when acceleration is 0 is minus 12. So I hope you completely understood, guys. चलो थोड़ा सा ग्राफ वाला भी देखते हैं, how we tackle the graphical analysis. Okay. So here you can say displacement time. Displacement time. So see displacement and here time. Displacement and time. So if it is displacement and time curve, particle moving along a straight line, tangents. So this is the tangent. So what is the tangent? Tangent matlab slope. Oh, and which graph is x and t? So what is the slope? Slope is tangent is dx by dt. And dx by dt actually you can say is slope. And slope then it is equal to tan theta. And if it is tan theta, then it represents velocity. It represents velocity. Okay. Now dx by dt is velocity. And that velocity is represented by the slope in xt. So you have xt curve. If you have xt curve, it means you have to find the slope. So where we have to find the slope? The average acceleration. Average acceleration at t1 and t2. So at t1 we have to find the velocity. Suppose that velocity is v1. And v1 is equal to what? Tan of 45. Tan 45 you can say 1. So v1 is equal to 1 meter per second. Now see v2. This is t2. At t2 there is a v2. So velocity v2, final velocity is tan 135. And you know that tan 135 is minus 1. If you don't know, just go and find how can we find the value. So minus 1 and 1. So let's see acceleration we have to find. So how can we find the acceleration? For acceleration you have final minus v initial divided by time taken. So here what is the v final? V final is minus 1. What is e initial? Minus e initial is 1. What about the time? 1 to 2 second time is 1. So here you can say minus 2 divided by 1 is equal to minus 2 meter per second. Okay. So where is minus 2 meter per second? Can you see? Yeah. Here minus 2 meter per second square because it is a acceleration. Sorry. Okay. चलो तो आई होप यहां तक अच्छी तरह से आपको समझ में आ गया. यू गॉट इट करेक्टली परफेक्टली. ओके. और देखना है क्वेश्चन. चलो और देख लेते हैं भाई. Oh yes, good question. See here, but easy one. The initial velocity of a body moving along a straight line 7 meter per second. Okay. Uniform acceleration 4. So initial velocity u, that is 7 meter per second. Just note down the data. Has uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration. That acceleration is equal to 4 meter per second square. The distance covered by the body. Distance covered. अब देखो 5 second नहीं बोला है. The question is 5th second, not the distance covered in 5 second. The distance covered in 5th second. When you have to find the distance covered in 5th second, then what you have to do? Just you have to apply the formula ST is equal to U plus half a 2t minus 1. So st that you have to find. What about u? 7 plus 1 by 2 acceleration 4 into 2 t is equal to what? T is equal to 5 minus 1. So 7 plus 2 into 10 minus 1, 9. So what you can say, 7 plus 18. 18 plus 7 is equal to 25. Okay. So the displacement in 5th second, not 5 second, that is 25 meter. Okay. So you got the answer correctly. Very good. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं, आगे देखते हैं और क्या है पिटारे में और भी है. चलिए ये देखिए. Again, the application of motion under gravity. Stone is thrown vertically upward. बच्चों, stone is thrown. अभी हमने ये प्रॉब्लम की हुई है ना, इसको ऊपर फेंका, thrown vertically upward with an initial speed u from the top of a tower reaches the ground with a speed 3u. The height of the tower is, okay, that you have to find. So what you can say, just see here, a stone is thrown vertically upward. So let's say this is the tower, this is a ground, right? And now you can say thrown vertically upward with initial speed u, then it will goes up and then comes down, and this is height h that we have to find. But reaches the ground with the speed at this point, its speed will be, yes, its speed will be given as 3u. So see, the ball goes up, okay, and then comes down, and up to the same level, its speed will be same but in opposite direction. So its speed will be u. Now from here to here, what you can say, you can apply. What you can apply? You can say v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Now v square you have 3u. This is the final velocity. Initial is u. Both are in same direction, should be positive. 2gs is actually h. The displacement, that is h. So you can say 9u square. U square plus 2gh. So 9u square minus u square is equal to 2gh. So you can say 2gh. 2gh is equal to 9 minus 1 is 8u square. So here 2, 4. Now you can say h max is equal to 4u square divided by g. So can you see the answer? Yes. Here B is the correct answer. Okay बच्चों, तो एप्लीकेशन देखा, इसमें देखो कंसेप्ट क्या यूज हुआ. अब हमें नहीं पता होता तो हम यहां से यहां तक करते, नहीं पता है ना, सेम लेवल पे जाके वेलोसिटी जस्ट रिवर्स बैक विद द सेम वेलोसिटी, सेम मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ वेलोसिटी. ओके, एंड वी सॉल्व जस्ट फ्रॉम हियर टू हियर. चलो आगे देखते हैं, और क्या आपके पास कोई और क्वेश्चन है या नहीं है. सो लेट्स सी. यस, वन मोर क्वेश्चन इज देयर. Okay, two balls of equal masses are thrown upward along same vertical direction at an interval of 2 seconds with the same initial speed. Itna they will collide at a height. So let's say this is a ground and ball is projected in vertically upward direction. Okay, if it is projected in vertically upward direction, then velocity 40 meter per second. This is initial velocity u. After 2 seconds, another ball will project. Okay, so let's say after 2 seconds, what is the velocity? V is equal to u plus 80. V that we have to find, u is equal to 40 because g is in downward opposite direction. So minus G is equal to 10, that T is equal to find T, that has 2, given as 2. Okay, right. So V is equal to 40 minus 20 is equal to 20 meter per second. So the ball will be somewhere here. Okay, somewhere here it will be like this. And its velocity will be 20 meter per second. And what is the height or what is the distance or displacement? Then you can apply the formula. S is equal to ut plus half at square, right? So S, what is S, guys? Tell me. No, we have to find. What about U? 40. How much time? 2, negative or positive? Negative, because opposite direction, 1 by 2. A is G is equal to 10, then T square. T square. What is T? 2 seconds, so it should be 4. So you can say for 40 into 2, 80 minus 2, 20. So H is equal to 60 meter per second. No, sorry, not meter per second. बहुत गड़बड़ हो रही है आज मेरे से. 60 meter, okay. Now, if it is 60 meter, so ball will be at height of 60 meter at t is equal to 2. T is equal to 2 when you project another ball. Okay. Now, when you project another ball from here in the same line, okay, but I am just showing you on the same line. So now the concept of relative velocity. Concept of relative velocity, whenever two objects or points are moving, then you can assume anyone at rest, but there is certain condition. And now if you can assume it at rest, suppose isko rest pe assume kar liya, then you have to give that acceleration velocity in this direction. Suppose now this ball has velocity later on. This another ball has a velocity 40. This 20 meter per second, if you assume it at rest, then you have to give the velocity to another ball in reverse direction, so it is 20. This has an acceleration like g. This ball also has acceleration g, so you also assume at rest. If you assume it at rest, then you have to revert it g. So g upward direction. Now you can say g net or resultant is equal to 0. And resultant relative velocity is in upward direction, that is 20 meter per second. और अब इसको 20 मीटर पर सेकेंड से कोलाइड करने के लिए कितना जाना है? 60. कितना जाना है? 60. तो 60 में एक्सीलरेशन तो है नहीं, then we can apply the formula S is equal to ut. If you can apply the formula S is equal to ut, S is actually how much? 60. What about the velocity u? U is actually 40. Now you have time t. Okay. Now you have 23, 22. Oh, sorry. Not 20, because we have to put what? Relative velocity that have to put. So relative velocity is how much? Relative velocity is, you can say 20. So the time is, my dear student, 3. 20, 3 is a 60. So time is equal to, my dear student, 3. So in 3 seconds, the ball will collide. Now what we can do? We have to find it. The distance, because you have to find, then they will collide at the height of. So just find the height at 3 seconds. So you can apply S is equal to ut plus half at square. Ut plus half at square. So what about S? What about S? Yes, S is equal to that you have to find, and that S you can say like S, you also can say H. What about U, dear? U is actually 40. Now we are calculating the real, no, not relative. T time 3 minus 1 by 2. What about the acceleration? That acceleration is actually how much? You know? Yes, acceleration is g, which is 10. And t square is equal to 9. Okay, because time is 3. So 5 here. Now you can say it is 4, 3, 120. 120 minus 45. Okay, so if it's 45, then you can say answer is 75 meter. Okay. Now if s is equal to 75 meter, then it's too good. And here you can say 75 meter is the answer. So I hope you correctly understood what is the answer. And you also understood what is the application, how can we apply the equation of motion. So what you have to do, just do more and more and more practice. बहुत सारी प्रैक्टिस करनी है. जितने ज्यादा आप नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस करेंगे उतनी ही इजीली आप क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करना सीख जाएंगे. एंड जो छोटी चीजें मैंने बताई हैं, जो डायरेक्ट रिजल्ट याद करने हैं, क्योंकि उनसे बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन आसान से हो जाते हैं आसानी से. एंड यू डोंट नीड टू सॉल्व, एक्चुअली just apply the formula. So these are actually formula when air resistance is neglected, or when air resistance is not neglected, or if it's there, or if it is not there. So if we can apply these formula easily, so we can do it. और वेदांतु ऐप को भी आप जानते हैं, वेदांतु ऐप डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं. You can download that वेदांतु ऐप. You can resolve your doubts on that app. 24/7 help or assistance to resolve your doubt. You can study there, a lot of free stuff you can download. You can study. Classrooms are also there on this app, so you can download it from the Play Store. Okay, so guys, अभी तक आप फिजिक्स पढ़ रहे थे, सीख रहे थे, काइनेमेटिक्स सीख रहे थे. योर मास्टर टीचर, योर फ्रेंड, योर फिजिक्स बडी, me means Shadab, and I am a mechanical engineer by profession. But I am a teacher by heart. I'm a very passionate teacher. I love physics and I love the teaching. I love the training, and I've been in teaching from last 13 years. So चलिए, अगर आप एनरोल करते हैं तो हम लोग फिर क्लास में मिलेंगे. क्लास में इन चीजों को फिर से डिस्कस करेंगे. Okay. Thank you so much. Now I'm going to end the session. Bye bye. Take care. Work hard and stay motivated. That anyhow you have to clear your IIT in first attempt. Okay, thank you. All the best, guys.